The 2024 presidential election is shaping up to be a contentious and tumultuous contest, with former President Donald Trump's influence looming large over the Republican Party, as candidates like Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis struggle to find a way to criticize Trump's weaknesses without alienating Republican voters. The former president continues to make headlines with his authoritarian rhetoric and legal troubles. In a recent speech in New Hampshire, Trump drew criticism for his dehumanizing language, comparing his political opponents to vermin and praising Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban for not allowing millions of people to invade his country. Experts argue that dehumanizing political opponents can pave the way for political violence, and that Trump's rhetoric echoes that of Adolf Hitler. Meanwhile, a Colorado judge has ruled that Trump engaged in the January 6 insurrection, but should remain on the state's 2024 ballot due to the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban not applying to presidents. The judge's 102-page decision is the most comprehensive fact-finding to date by a judge about Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 election, and could factor into future challenges for the general election or to block Trump from taking office if he wins next November. As the GOP nomination fight intensifies, candidates are attempting to navigate the political landscape without directly addressing Trump's criminal trials and potential presidency of retribution. With time running out before voting begins, it remains to be seen if any of Trump's rivals can successfully challenge his dominance in the primary. In other news, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a stopgap spending bill to fund 4 federal agencies until January 19, 2024. And the rest of the agencies for a couple of weeks more. Meanwhile, President Biden has made statements about the necessity of a secure Palestinian state alongside Israel, which may cost him some support. Virginia Democrat Susanna Gibson, whose House of Delegates campaign was impacted by news reports of her live-streaming sex acts with her husband, is not ruling out another run for office. Gibson, who is unapologetic about her participation in the online sex acts, is focused on finding ways to support and encourage other women running for office, particularly those who may face similar situations. As Thanksgiving approaches, many Americans are dreading the inevitable discussions about politics, particularly in the age of Trump. To avoid tense situations, a writer suggests placing signs on the front door indicating whether one is for or against MAGA, as well as being prepared to create diversions if political topics arise. Additionally, inviting an insufferable libertarian relative can unite MAGA and non-MAGA family members in their disdain. Finally, the writer recommends planning an escape route or simply claiming illness to avoid the gathering altogether.